Right now, we're going to talk to Donavan Johnson. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Great. And you're from the Department of Arts and Letters.
That's correct.
Would you mind telling me and the audience your position in Arts and Letters?
No problem. Actually, it's a fairly long title. I am the assistant, to the Dean for Recruitment, Retention, and Strategic Initiatives in the College of Arts and Letters.
Okay. And as you were telling me earlier, that's a fairly new position.
That's correct.
Okay. So tell me a little bit about what your position entails.
Okay. First of all, I actually stepped into this position June 2nd, 2014, so it is fairly new. The position entails something similar to being able to do community outreach. And the beautiful thing about what we have going on in the College of Arts and Letters with this position is that we have an opportunity to expand a little bit, cast the net wide, if you will. So what I do is I am specifically to contact students who has an identified passion within the college. So that means if they're interested in the social sciences, humanities, and fine arts. So we offer majors that range from English to art and design, history, dance. And so if you have that passion, once upon a time you were able to only speak with the university admissions office. And so now you have an opportunity to be a little bit more personable. You can contact me. We can set up class schedules and class sit-ins. And actually, the numbers suggest that the most vital, important thing that a student could experience in this whole recruiting funnel and process is to actually contact the faculty member. And that's something that I can do too. And so if you're interested, let's say in English, you want to come to campus, we'll put you in a classroom, sit you in front of a professor, an award-winning professor that I might add, that we have so much talented faculty over there. And so we can actually cater to what you desire and what you see yourself in the future.
That's so amazing. Tell me about a little bit how the process, like the whole recruitment process goes.
The recruitment process is overwhelming. You have so many options as students these days, and our generation is so gullible. We've been there before. I think the most important thing is that students love the idea of the process of being courted. They like courtship. There's nothing more exciting than ending a day in high school as a junior or senior. You're coming in, you have all this mail from Ole Miss and Mississippi State and Southern Miss. And so what we like to do is we want to keep ourselves on the student's radar and vice versa. We want that student on our radar as well. And so the market is coming a little bit more competitive. And so once that student gives an identified interest into the college and the university as a whole, we just want to be persistent with them. We want to know what they're doing, not only in August and in September and October, but we really want to know what's going on in their minds late in the school year, February, March, when the scope is a little bit smaller and it's time now to make a decision. So it's important for me, myself, not to get so burnt out. You can exert so much energy in September and October, and you just have that student on your radar. You just know that they're coming to Southern Miss, and then Mississippi State or Ole Miss or any other in-state counterparts will come in at the last minute and steal them away. And so it's overwhelming, but if we just take our time with it, again, the goal is to be as personable as possible, get to know that student on a one-on-one level, and just keep in touch with them. Because the goal is higher education. So with me being so close to the millennial generation, I just want to see them succeed, and I hope it is here at Southern Miss.
Definitely. Tell me about how something like this is the first time this department has had a recruitment atmosphere at all.
Right.
So it's so great that something like this, I'm a part of, most of the radio staff is actually a part of Arts and Letters. So we definitely are just so in love with our department, and we really care about this university. But how does this affect the community aspect?
It gives them an opportunity to join hands with us. I think our recruiting plan that I had a huge part in laying out for the dean is that it has a lot to do with community participation. A lot of our students, they think that they have to do it on their own. And so that means that I have to sit down in front of a computer. I have to apply. The thing that we're trying to start in the College of Arts and Letters is an atmosphere that is hospitable. We're in the South. We love to help each other. And so the thing that's major and so intricate that we would like to be so prevalent in our community is that if you are involved with your student, just ask them, what is your passion? What do you want to do? And you can do this from home. You can do this from the grocery store. You can do this in just casual conversation. And so our students, again, they love the idea of courtship. They love the idea to sit down and say, this is what I want to do. This is where I see myself in a couple of years. And so now we all serve as a community, as liaisons between our students and where they want to be. So we have to bridge that gap. We know that they want to be there in the next couple of years, and so we just need people, especially in our community, to be heartwarming, to be receptive of the things and the goals that they have for themselves. And so the community plays a huge part in this. So you don't have to have a degree to ask a student, what do you want to see yourself in a couple of years? Mm-hmm. And then we relay that message, we convey that message to our university. And so if you have a student out there that's specifically geared towards the social sciences, humanities, and fine arts, as I aforementioned, then you ask them that, and now you could actually go through university, the admissions office, and then they will relay that information to me, and we can sit down, we can have dinner in Hattiesburg. We can actually lay out a 4-year plan of where you see yourself. That's something that we could not do in previous times.